Hello, fellow ambitionists, and welcome to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. I'm your host, and this is where we turn your ambitions into actionable plans. Through proven strategies, personalized goal roadmaps, and a focus on progress, I'll guide you in breaking down big goals into milestones you can achieve. Each episode delivers practical tools to help you stay on track and make real progress towards your goals. Ready to start accomplishing? Let's dive in. Hello, welcome to another season of Goal Accomplishment Made Easy. My name is Desiree Stapleton. I recently got my MBA and my DBA, which is something that I have been trying to do for over 10 years. I finally did it. I'm excited about it. And I created Goal Accomplishment Made Easy to be able to give the people who do not have access to the skills, the tools, and the resources that would help them achieve more, be able to achieve more. And so we're not just a podcast, okay? It's a whole app. You type in your goal, it breaks down your goal into a step-by-step plan, tells you exactly what you need to do and by when. It's all the stuff that I was doing when I was a fractional COO and a project manager, right? Like, if you've been here before, you know that I was doing that for like 13 years. I realized that like these organizations had access to be able to purchase the tools that they needed to be able to succeed. And part of that was hiring someone like me who would take their vision and map out everything that needed to happen, right? But like, what does the everyday person have? A to-do list, a habit tracker, or whatever. And it's just like, you can crush your goals at work because the structure is already there. But when it comes to your personal goals, and you take that same person who crushes it at work, they're not crushing it so much in their personal life because they don't have the same access to the same tools that companies have. And Goal Accomplishment Made Easy is the version of what you have at your company, but for your personal goals. So today, let's talk about positive psychology. Okay, Carolyn Adams Miller brought positive psychology to goal achievement, right? And Goal Accomplishment Made Easy adds the operational layer that positive psychology points toward. So here's what that means. So I don't know if it's Caroline or Carolyn. It depends on where you're from. I'm in the South, so like it is what it is. But Carolyn Adams Miller is a pioneer in applying positive psychology research to goal setting and achievement. So creating your best life draws on the foundational work of Martin Seligman, not Oprah. Oprah adopted it afterwards, but who essentially created positive psychology as a field alongside research from Angela Duckworth, which you may have heard of her from Grit. This other guy whose name I can't pronounce, but I will put it in the description for you, and like other leading researchers to build a framework for pursuing goals that produce not just outcomes, but a richer, more meaningful life, right? So Miller is particularly focused on the relationship between grit, well being, and accomplishment. And her central argument is that the right tools, pursued in the right way, with the right support, produce more than the accomplishment itself. They produce the person who accomplished them. And that development that happens in the process of pursuing a genuinely meaningful goal is part of the value of pursuing it. So she's also deeply like practical. Creating your best life includes like exercises, frameworks, and like research backed practices that take the insights of positive psychology and translate them into specific things you can do to set and pursue goals that are worth your best effort. And like that combination of rigorous science and practical application is what makes her work valuable. Now, what positive psychology research consistently ports toward, which is clear goals, accountability, progress recognition, grit, daily behavioral support, maps directly onto what an effective goal management platform needs to provide, right? So here is where positive psychology and project management meet. So Miller brings the science of positive psychology to goal achievement, okay? Goal accomplishment made easy brings project management methodology to the same space. So the two approaches address different dimensions of the same problem and work together better together, I think, than either one does alone. So positive psychology addresses the person pursuing the goal, who they are, what motivates them, how they relate to difficulty and setback, what gives them well, not what gives them meaning, but like what gives the goal meaning. And project management addresses the goal itself, right? Like how it's planned, how it's tracked, how it adapts when conditions change. The person and the plan both matter. Neither is sufficient without the other one. Okay. So I think that the feature connects the two, personally, is the habit tracker and goal accomplishment made easy because it is built on the trigger routine reward framework, which is the same behavioral loop that underlies the most effective habit formation research. You set the cue that triggers the habit, you set the behavior itself, and the reward that follows. Then you can stack habits together, like one habit triggers the next, automatically building a chain where each completed behavior leads to the next. So Miller's work emphasizes the importance of the daily behaviors that supports long-term goal pursuit. The habit tracker inside Goal Accomplishment Made Easy is where those behaviors live, connected to the goal they are building toward and tracked alongside the milestones. So in Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, there's also what I call like the wins log, and it's one of the features most directly aligned with positive psychology research because Miller's work draws on Seligman's finding that recognizing and savoring positive experiences, including accomplishments, improves well-being, resilience, and persistence during long goal pursuits. So the wins log that I put in Goal Accomplishment Made Easy is where every milestone accomplished is documented. So when you are months into a big goal and the finish line still feels far away, that wins log shows you everything you have built since you started. And that visibility sustains the commitment through the middle of the pursuit in a way that willpower alone cannot. Okay. And the streak, well, I don't want to call it streak, but right now I don't have a better word for it, but like the streak tracker, which is inside my habit tracker, inside of Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, watches consecutive days of activity. It marks milestones at day 7, day 30, day 100, etc. And you get achievement badges that recognize specific behaviors like finishing deliverables early or completing every task in a perfect week or mastering the most critical things that you need to do. Like these are recognition of the consistency that Miller's research on grit identifies as predictive, like not just outcomes, but the sustained effort towards them. And I also have an accountability partner feature that creates the external accountability that research consistently identifies as one of the strongest predictors of goal follow through. So your partner receives automatic notifications at every check in and milestone. And I feel like it helps the accountability run whether you initiate it or not. So, in conclusion, I think, personally, these are my words, that Miller's work tells you which goals are worth the grit it takes to pursue them and gives you the like psychological foundation to pursue them well, right? And then Goal Accomplishment Made Easy gives you the system that carries those goals through with habit tracking, win logs, streak recognition, and with accountability built in from the start. So if that sounds like something that you are into, you can try it out at app.goalaccomplishment.com. Obviously, our main feature is taking your goal and breaking it down into steps that you can follow, but there's also other cool stuff. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. Stay committed. Keep taking those small daily steps and watch your goals turn to reality. For more resources and personalized support, visit goalaccomplishmentmadeeasy.com, and we'll see you in the next episode.